Chapter 5. Sing Down the Moon. We left the canyon at a fast trot and did not halt until shadows began to lengthen. We rested beside a stream while the night gathered. The Spaniards made a small fire and warmed corn cakes. They offered Running Bird and me some of the food, but we said that we were not hungry. All the time we were there by the stream, they kept their eyes on us. Often they would stop whatever they were doing to listen for the sound of hoofs. They did not know that all of our young warriors were away in the west and only the old men were left in the village. A thin moon came up. We started off again, going southward into the country I did not know, through scattered groves of pinyon pine and low hills deep in the grass. Running Bird and I rode close together, sometimes holding hands for comfort. At first we were too frightened to speak, but as the night wore on, we began to plan how we would escape from the Spaniards. Were they riding in front of us, and they were riding in front of us, and whenever they talked, we had a chance to whisper to each other. They will have to sleep sometime, Running Bird said, and then we can flee. If they hobble the horses, I said, we can go on foot. It is better on foot, Running Bird whispered. We can hide easier without the horses. We must go to the first chance we have, I said. Soon, Running Bird whispered, at dawn if we can. When the moon set and it was too dark to travel, the Spaniards halted again. We thought that our chance to flee had come, but the men, before they lay down to sleep, bound Running Bird and me with leather thongs, tying our hands and feet so that we could not stand or crawl or scarcely move. The Spaniards slept until the sun was high. They offered us water, which we drank, and cold corn cakes. The man with a flat head did not like it that we would not eat the cakes and threatened us with a stick. Still, we did not eat. We traveled until dark and waited for the moon to rise and started off once more into the south, riding along a dim trail through open country. Just as the moon went down, I heard a sound behind us. I looked quickly over my shoulder. There on the low rise we had climbed a moment before I saw what I was sure was a wolf, a Navajo wolf. Running Bird saw it too, but she said nothing. We were too fearful to speak, for these wolves are sometimes witches. They are humans who dress up as wolves and try to do you harm. I was too far away to see its long claws and sharp fangs. Soon after the moon set, we halted and made camp. Neither Running Bird nor I saw the wolf again, though we stayed awake and looked for him and listened. That's what's going to happen. Chapter 6. We went south for 3 suns. I knew it was south because the North Star was behind us. We traveled at night and slept in the daytime, always away from the trail. During the day, while they slept, the Spaniards tied Running Bird and me together. At night, they let us ride free, but there was no chance to escape, and we did not try. At dawn, when the 4th sun rose, my black dog was sitting under a tree close to where Running Bird and I lay. I was overjoyed to see him, having thought he was dead. He would not have left the sheep alone, so I knew that my mother had come to the mesa and driven the flock home. When the Spaniard with the flat head awoke and saw the black dog there under the tree, he wanted to shoot him, but the other Spaniard made the man put his gun away. These Navajo are happy with their dogs, he said. Happy girls bring better prices than unhappy girls. That I have learned and do not need to learn again. The 4th night, when the moon was overhead, I saw dim lights in the distance, and soon we came to a place where white people lived. There was a wide street with many houses along it and many trees in a row. My grandfather came to this place once, Running Bird whispered to me. I think it was this place. He said that he saw more houses than a dog has fleas. They were close together and painted different colors, and there were trees in front of the houses. He gave it a name, but I have forgotten. The 2 Spaniards stopped at the edge of the town and untied us and told us to get down from the horses. They led us to a hut among the trees and knocked on the door. An old woman came, clutching a candle in a bony hand. With her other hand, she snatched me inside. Then she snatched Running Bird. Then the 2 Spaniards rode away. The old woman was a Jicarilla Apache and did not understand us when we spoke. The Apaches and Navajo were blood brothers once, but she shook her head and did not answer. In the middle of the hut, a fire was burning under a pot of thick stew. Steam came up from the pot and a strong odor stung my nose. "It is dog meat," I said to Running Bird. "Yes, it is, dog, and an old one," she said. The woman started to fill 2 bowls with the stew. By signs, I told her that we had eaten and were not hungry. I did not try to tell her that my people, the Navajo, never ate stew made of dog meat. The old woman spread a blanket on the floor for Running Bird and me to sleep on. Then she spread a blanket for herself and lay down in front of the door so that we could not open it. I was tired, but I did not sleep. I made my black dog lie down beside me. I had seen the old woman eyeing him, and I was afraid that if I went to sleep, she would kill him to make a stew. Early the next morning, the Spaniard with the white teeth came back. He gave the old woman a silver coin, which she hid in her mouth. Then he motioned me to follow him. Running Bird held on to me until the Spaniard pulled us apart. I did not know what to say to her. I went out of the hut, and the Spaniard got on his horse and I followed him, the black dog walking beside me. As we left the hut, the old woman hobbled after us and threw a leather rope around the dog's neck and tried to drag him back. The Spaniard wheeled his horse around. "Let the dog loose," he said. "I will bring you another, a fatter one." The old woman did as she was told, and the 3 of us left her and went down the street. There was no one around. When we were almost at the end of the street, I saw a girl sweeping the earth in front of a gate. She was an Indian and had the marks of the Nez Perce on her cheeks. She glanced up at me, though she did not stop her sweeping. It was a quick glance, yet in it was something that chilled me. As if she were saying, "Run, run, even though they kill you. It is better to die here on the street." And that's the end of chapters 4 through 6. So in your keynote, you have some more vocabulary definitions, and then you have different colors of sentences. You need to place them in order as they occurred in the story, so just kind of shifting them from first to last. And then you have a compare and contrast diagram, and you're supposed to compare how Bright Morning behaves in these chapters with that of her friend Running Bird. So put Running Bird on one side, Bright Morning on the other, and then maybe how they, what they do that's similar on the top of that. Okay, good luck, and then I will read chapter 7 through 9 next.